Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Dagenham Redbridge Save. We are now into our fourth season in the Premier League. And after the first season we finished in 13th position. We then finished in 8th position. And last season we finished in the Champions League positions in 4th place on a fantastic 67 points. This season so far we are into 4th. We have played 4 games and we are 6th in the league. 1-2, drawn 1 and lost 1. Lost 2-1 to Spurs. We drew 1-1 at home to Liverpool and we beat Crystal Palace and Southampton home and away. So currently that's where we are. The season predictions were predicted this season to finish in 13th position. So we'd take that, to be fair. But we want to keep pushing and pushing. So just to bring you up to speed with where we are recruitment wise before we get into the nitty gritty of where we are. We have spent £26.5 million on transfers so far this summer, and we've brought in, I should say, £32 million on transfers. So towards the end of last season, as you can see there, the 7th of June, we brought in Muzakitis and from Porto on loan, the Greek, 78 caps for Greece with 1 goal, midfield player. Very, very good player, Muzakitis. Technique at 17, passing at 16, decent enough marking as well. First touch is good at 14, crossing and dribbling is pretty good. He's at a good age at 26 years old. His physicals are good enough acceleration and pace together, good agility and balance, stamina, pace with a good bit of strength as well. And then his mental attributes are all very, very good. Good anticipation, good composure, decision making 16, very good. Vision 16, work rate 14, teamwork at 14. So all round very, very, very good player that we've managed to get on loan from Porto, paying £84,000 a week, and qualify for the Champions League next season. If we qualify, we've got a £28.5 million clause to bring him in. So, yeah, he's for Porto last season. He played 21 games. He scored 2 goals and got 2 assists. And so far for us in the 4 Premier League games he's played, he scored 2 goals and got 2 assists. So he's already matched his output for Porto. And I like to think that's because of the way that we play. So I'm happy with that signing in midfield. We then also brought in Bilal from Barcelona B, regen player. He's 22 years old, and as you can see, we bought him in for £1.9 million. He's already shot up to £41 million. Technical wise, he's very, very good. Marking and tackling, not great for a midfield player, but I'm sure we will boost that up. But everything else is decent. Technique's good, his passing's good, good long shots, very good first touch, finishing's at 14, crossing and dribbling is good. His mentals are all decent, great determination at 19, that's excellent. Work rate's 15, vision's 15, teamwork's 15, off the ball 15, flair 15, decision making 13 with his composure anticipation at 14 as well. So just aggression and bravery, and obviously leadership is the ones that let him down there. But then you've got his physicals as well. His jumping reach is not great, but everything else is good. Acceleration 17, so he's going to bomb forward from the midfield area. Good balance, very, very good balance. Good natural fitness. Pace 16, stamina 15. So for me, to get him in from Barcelona B, which we've got in from the lower leagues of Spain, they've went and done well. £1.9 million, no-brainer. No-brainer for me. So that was him, and that was the 2 signs we made just before the season ended, or the new season started. We also then sold Liam Morrison, his £4.2 million release clause was paid by Calgary, so he's away for £4.2 million, £3.6 million profit, and Valentin Suarez is away for £2.7 million to go to Watford. So coming into this season, we brought in Andrea Natali, central defender, Italian, 25 years old. He's not in the Italian team yet, but I would expect him to be there very soon because he's already started this season on fire for us in defence. 4 appearances, he's already got a 7.2 average rating already. He can play central defence where he's most comfortable. He can also play central defensive midfielder, pretty comfortably there as well. 6'2". Technique's good, tackling's good. He's passing, marking, and heading. First touch, dribbling, 13. So all round good. Long shots and crossing and finishing, as you would expect from a defender. Low, but we're not bothered about that. Then we've got his mental attributes, which again, very, very solid. Work rates at 12. Good vision for a central defender. You've got some midfielder players and wingers that's not got vision of 14. Positioning, 16. Very, very good. Leadership, 15. Determination, 15. Good decision making and concentration with composure to boot as well. Bravery, 13 to go with his aggression and good anticipation. So all round, very, very good, solid central defender. And then you add in the icing on the cake with his physicals. Acceleration, 15, and pace at 16 for a 6'2" defender is good. Strength, 15, stamina, 14, balance and agility, 15 and 14 respectively. So for me, excellent signing. Again, it's just somebody that we want. It's just somebody that really is how we want to play in a team. Good enough technically, but strong and quite quick. He's been at Union Berlin, and he's played mostly every game since he went there from Leverkusen full time. And then we've signed him for £12.5 million, which I think is a bargain for a player like this. And I'm pretty sure he'll be in the Italian national team within a few seasons. We then brought this young lad, again, a regen from, he's a Turkish, he's already worth 20 million from, £20 million from the Bayern camp. He was on loan at the Rangers the previous season from Bayern 2, done pretty well, and we got him for free. And the reason that I brought him in at 22 years old, technically he looks very, very good. First touch is good. His mentals for a midfield player is good. 16 aggression, 17 determination. Work rate is good. Vision's decent. Teamwork not so good. Position's not so good. But I think he's a squad player that could come in and do well. And if not, we can always sell him on. But I think if we could get his heading a bit better, in tackling, you could possibly turn him into a central defender because he's 6'4". And again, his physical attributes are very, very good. He's not played yet for us, but I think he will as the season goes on. So I'm quite happy with signing that young lad from Turkey for free. We then brought in another player from Benfica, Charles Singh, and we're getting to that stage in the season where it's all going to be regens. And again, right back, he's kind of cover on loan. He's played 4 substitute appearances, got a rating of 7.5 already in the league. He's just small, 5'4", or he's smaller, 5'4" than our other another fullback, who's I think he's 6'5". But as you can see, good pace, good physical attributes, good mental attributes with decision making. And again, technical wise, he's good at crossing, good first touch, marking's good, technique and tackling is also very good. He likes to get forward whenever possible. We then brought in the Swedish sensation. He's 27 years old now in the save from Barcelona. He played a few times for Barcelona, to be fair, but then fizzled out. He went to Fulham for free in the Championship, and then he moved on to Italy, where he's done not too badly in Italy, but I feel that there's a chance for him to kick on. We signed him for £12.5 million. I'm happy that we've signed him. He is in the Swedish squad. He's got 13 caps at the moment, and I believe he can do the business for us. Good technique, passing and long shots, good first touch. His finishing's at 14 with a composure of 15. So, yeah, I'm quite happy. Inside, wide, inside forward, wide forward, inside winger, or playmaking winger. I'm happy that we've managed to bring him in. And then lastly, we've just brought in a random regen from Celtic on loan for the season. Alan Quinn as a third striker, or kind of backup striker now. I quite like his finishing and his composure, and his technique's half decent, and he's got no bad physicals. We're not going to sign him full time. It was just a backup loan signing. So nothing too crazy there. People going out, a number of people on loan. We've sold Federico Grania to Borussia Mönchengladbach for £9.75 million. Never really worked at the club. He was out on loan last season. He just was not really going to get much game time, to be fair. Then Carrizo, the right winger, an offer came in for him, £17 million. We paid 12 for him at the time. I think with the other wingers, I think his output, especially last season, and his injury record last season was not great, considering the first season he got 12 assists and 2 goals. Last season he got 5 goals with 1 assist in 18 appearances. We've took the 17 million. He wanted to go to the Saudi League, so we've took the money and he's off. And the only other person we've sold money-wise is Dean McGowan, regen striker, to Southampton. They came in and paid £5 million for him. And as you can see, I don't know where they're seeing, he's got good determination and not bad pace, but everything else for a striker stroke right winger, it's hot prospect. For £5 million, we've took it, so we'll take that, no problem at all. So yeah, that brings us up to speed with the transfers. So squad-wise, we've been hit with an absolute shocker in the last pre-season game before the season started. Emmanuel Amenga, in the last pre-season game against Villarreal, we lost Emmanuel Amenga for 5 to 8 months with an ACL injury, which is absolutely devastating news for us. He is 30 years old now. He may not recover from that injury, but 41 goals, 41 Premier League goals in 2 seasons at the club with 8 assists. Excellent goal scoring record for him. I was hoping for a good season in the Champions League with Emmanuel Amenga as well, but it is what it is. He is going to be out for most of this season, if not all of the season. So we're going to have to rely on Keo Furo, who we signed last January transfer window, and he scored 2 goals in 12 Premier League games last season, and he scored 2 goals in 4 Premier League games this season. So we're going to have to rely heavily on him, and along with our Argentine wonder kid who we got last season, Enzo Martinez, 20 years old. It's possibly time for him to step up and see what he can do. He scored 2 goals in the Carabao Cup when coming on as a substitute. So we just need to go and see what he can do, the Argentine. But yeah, very disappointed that Emmanuel Amenga is injured for majority of this season. Our other winger as well, Victor Cunha, he is going to be out for just about another 10 days or so, but it's not too bad of an injury, so he'll be back very, very soon. Manisi Kalala, are one that we had from our youth team back in Sky Bet League One. He's played a few games in the Championship. He didn't play anything the first year in the Premier League. He played 22 games in the second season in the Premier League, and he scored 1 goal and got 2 assists. Last season, he went on loan to the Championship to Stoke, where he had 13 goal involvements in 44 games. And so far this season, he's in 4 Premier League games, he's got 2 assists. And he's got a good average rating of 7.15. So I've got high hopes for Manise Kalala. He's worth £48 million as it stands at the moment. He's got good dribbling, good finishing. His first touch could be improved. He is only 20. Good technique in passing. Great physical attributes apart from the jumping reach. Strength has obviously improved the last couple of seasons. And his work rate is going up as well. So the more he plays, the better I feel he will get. And he's going to get game time this season. He will get game time this season. So yeah, that's where we are in terms of squad. Rui Silva, Natali at centre back, Sangare in there with the Argentine number 1, Fernandez in goals. So I think we've got a reasonably well balanced team. And yeah, quite happy with the squad, apart from Emmanuel Amenga's injury. So we'll just have an update of where we are in terms of league matches, because it's an exciting season, and as you can see, Champions League wise, the fixtures have come through, and we are playing Fenerbahce in the first game away from home. Then we go to Panathinaikos. Then we've got Real Madrid at home. And you couldn't have picked a better team for a first European adventure. Real Madrid at home, under the lights, Wednesday the 19th of October. Absolutely phenomenal. We then play Benfica away. We've then got Liga at home in the Champions League next round. Then we've got Bruges at home. And then the last 2 games in January, we are away to PSG and at home to Inter Blue Neri Milan. So some good games in there, some games that were obviously going to struggle in, but there's also some games in there that I feel that we can maybe get something, especially maybe Fenerbahce, Panathinaikos, maybe Benfica's a good side, maybe Liga gets something as well. So there's games in there that we might feel that we could get some points, but we'll discuss that in a second because we're going to get into the Fenerbahce game very shortly. So yeah, our pre-season wise went pretty well. We won all the games. And then that disappointing one where Emmanuel Amenga got injured against Villarreal in the last pre-season game. But then we played Spurs in the first game of the season away from home at Spurs, and we lost by 2-1. We were 2-0 down. Furo scored, gave us a bit of a rally, but it was a 2-1 win, and Spurs really deserved the victory. We then played Crystal Palace, and we won the game by 3-1. It was a Furo own goal, followed by Santiago Muzakitis with a penalty, and then Muzakitis again, 2 assists and a goal, with Danny Perez scoring in the 75th minute. So Crystal Palace had the early going here. It was a ball into the penalty area, headed, and it came off Furo as it looked like it was going behind, flicked off Furo and went into the back of the net. And that was 1-0 to Crystal Palace. Muzakitis headed across the ball into the box, and there's Yellow Santiago, a towering header at the back post to bring us level before half-time. Then second half, Muzakitis again from the penalty spot midway through the second half. Lovely penalty into the back of the net for his first goal of the season and for the club. And then not long after, it was 3-1. Natali to Silvestre. Good ball to Danny Perez. Good football from the Daggers again. Silvestre inside to Muzakitis. Lovely ball to Danny Perez. And the new captain for the season tucks the ball into the back of the net. And that gave us a nice 3-1 victory for the first home game of the season, and a good first victory of the season after losing to Spurs. So after that, we followed up with a 1-0 victory against Southampton, where Keo Furo got the goal. Again, playing some good football, patiently building. Singh, Rui Silva, back across to Silvestre. Down to Kalala, who's used that burst of pace to get into the penalty area. Drills it across, and there was Furo to give us the lead, and we managed to see the game out by a 0-0. And as you can see by the performance, we had 24 shots, 10 on target. Next year 2.1. We deserved the win, and we played pretty well overall. And then after that, we played Scunthorpe away from home, which we won by 4-1. We scored early doors by Rooney. Smith equalised, but then it was second half goals by Silvestre and a double from Enzo Martinez coming on as a substitute to give us a fantastic 4-1 victory in the Carabao Cup. Then we played Liverpool at home, and we won. Well, we didn't win. We drew by 1-1. Muzakitis again with a penalty, and then God's scored in the 67th minute to make it 1-1, which I'll take that all day long against Liverpool, because if you look at a previous record against them, we've lost 2-0, we've lost 4-1, we've drew 1-1 as well. So we'll take that, we'll take a draw, and we'll move on. So that brings us right up to date with where we are in terms of the league. I think I showed you the league table earlier on, which we are currently sitting in 6th position after 4 games. So good start to the season so far after 4 games, and we've 7 points. So already 5 points clear. In fact, already 6 points clear of 18th position. So hopefully we can just keep building on that, as every season we just want to make sure we're above 18. Anywhere else we go is an absolute bonus. But you can see Brentford, what a start to the season they've had. 4 for 4, scored 12, conceded 4, 12 points. So yeah, that's where we are. In 6th, and kinda, if you want to argue, we're joint 3rd. So we'll take that all day long. Our match day squad, we'll just go. What we'll do is we'll just get right into the tactics for the game. The first ever Champions League game for the Daggers. So here we are on the eve of a historic moment for Dagenham and Redbridge. We are going to be playing Fenerbahce away from home, not only in any European competition, we have qualified for the big one. We are in the Champions League here. And who will we bring into the squad? I think we've got to go Paulo Bernardo in there and Parates in there as well for that bit of experience. Team-wise, Yellow, Santiago for Bilal, Sangare, Silva, Natali, Silvestre, Danny Perez, Muzakitis, Santiago, young Rooney, oh he's not young anymore, and Kalala with Furo up top. Fernandez on the bench. Or was it go with Fernandez? No, we'll go with Kalala. Go with the youth prospect for the club. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with. That's the team that we're going to play in and out of possession. We're just going to go a wee bit deeper, especially for Champions League. We want to cover ourselves. Perez and Muzakitis sitting with Santiago dropping back in there. Kuna is not fit. Amenga is obviously out for the season. And the Brazilian Souza will come in as and when required a bit later on in the game. But I think we've got a good squad, a good team. Is it good enough for the Champions League? Let's go and find out. Come on, the Daggers. First ever European game, first ever Champions League game against Fenerbahce away from home. Let's go, Daggers. So here we are, the two teams are out. They have slightly changed their formation from where our scouts said the formation was going to be. They went more or less 4-4-2. And the Champions League music plays. The small band of Dagenham Redbridge fans away in the stand, jumping for joy as the Daggers have reached the pinnacle of European football. Just to turn up in this competition was a dream a number of years ago, and now we're here. And the game is underway. And we've nearly at the 10-minute mark. It's Muzakitis with the corner. Dinked into the penalty area. Silvestri's up! And Eric Silvestri, the big left back, has smashed the ball into the back of the net. 10 minutes gone here. Dagenham Redbridge have taken the lead. A lovely corner by Muzakitis. And that's why you've got 6'5" in your team. Thumping header into the back of the net. What a start in this Champions League campaign. 1-0 the Daggers. As you can see, since the goal, we've been at all the possession as Santiago and Sangari have the ball. Silva to Natali. Back to Sangari. He's going to have a little run down the wing here. He's at the byline. Oh, he's beating his man. Can he cut the ball across? That's a penalty, surely. Oh, it's nearly an own goal. It's a throw-in now on the far side. We've not really seen too much of the home team to this point, and I hope we don't. The ball's clipped into midfield. It's not the best ball. Kalala wins it. And Furo! 2-0. What a strike. He's got big shoes to fill in Emmanuel Amenga, but that goes a long way into filling them. Poor kick out by the goalkeeper. Kalala's onto it, nods it into Furo. Great first touch, and the second touch is into the top corner. 32 minutes gone, 2-0 Dagenham and Redbridge in their first ever Champions League match. 3 minutes of injury time to be played. We've picked the ball up again with Sangari. Santiago, Danny Perez. Good ball out wide to Kalala again. Beats his man, he's driving into penalty area. Kalala! Good defending. Natali wins the ball though. Daggers come back again. Good play. Perez, he goes for a goal and it's over the top. And that is half time here at the Fenferacos Stadium. Dagenham Redbridge are 2-0 up and absolutely dominating this football match. 66% possession against 34%. We've had 16 shots, 6 on target, a 1.31 XG so far. We've been excellent. Passes complete have been 93% in there. Really playing some terrific stuff. And we're 2-0 up. Goals from Silvestri and Furo. What a debut. This is the debut match in the Champions League. Got to go pleased with that. And I'm not going to change anything for the second half because we've been excellent. The defence is playing well, tackling playing well. I think young Rooney, well, he's not young anymore, but Rooney could probably do better. But we're 2-0 up. Let's keep this going for this second half and try and see out this game. We're back underway here. Muzakitis, Santiago. Well, we're at the hour mark here, and I think I might make a couple of changes. I think we'll bring on Fernandez, and I think we'll take off Danny Perez as well and bring on Carrizo in that area. We'll go for that for now. It's Fernandez, back to Sangari now, 66 minutes gone. Santiago, Sangari, back to Natali. To Silva. Good ball to Sangari again. Lovely ball to Fernandez. Checks back. Oh, he's beaten his man. He plays it to the edge of the box. Santiago! Good save there. That's a corner. We'll maybe make another change. I think we'll bring on Martinez for Furo. Possibly give Souza a game for Santiago. We'll leave it there for now. So we're now in the nearly 78th minute. It's still 2-0. Second half has been, we played pretty well again, just more professional job. Let's just keep it steady. Natalia wins the ball. Nemeth. Pap gives the ball to Pap again. Down. Chance! Good save from Fernandez, and it will be a corner. Nearly 84 minutes gone now. Over the top. Silva. Moves it forward. Pap. Good tackle by Rui Silva. Looks long, but just gives it away. Big switch is on. Silvestri will not get there. Katona checks back. Edge of the box for Toith. Over the top! Oh, what a strike by Toth. If that's how you say his name. That is outstanding. And from nowhere, Olympiacos are back in this match here. Plays to the edge of the box. One touch. And he just smashes it in the underside of the bar. Underside of the bar, off the post and in. And they're back in this match here. Looking down the byline. Doesn't want to give the ball away, but he's still going. Can he get the ball into the box? Gives it to Souza again. Into the box. Carrizo! Big chance to kill this game, but he's put it wide. We're into 4 minutes stoppage time here. And that is it, full time. Come on, the Daggers. Absolutely deserved that victory. Possession 68%, 24 shots, 8 on target, an XG of 1.68. Dominated that game, but just that wee bit nervy towards the end after that wonder strike. But all in all, how can you complain about that first game? Away from home in the Champions League, and we secure our first ever victory in the Champions League by 2-1. Great performance from us. And then we've now got a home game against Everton, followed by Panathinaikos away. So what we'll do is, in this episode, we'll just jump over the Everton game, and we'll be back for a double parter in this Champions League game against Panathinaikos. Well, we're back here we're nearly at the Panathinaikos game. Just about to kick that game off and go to the tactics screen in a second. But just before that, we just played Everton, and it was a 3-2 victory against Everton. Bit of a topsy-turvy match. They scored first. Furo equalised. We went ahead. we went ahead. And then it was Esposito who scored, equalised 89th minute. But then Eduardo Fernandez scored in the 91st minute for us. So again, young Kalala getting an assist there. And Rooney getting 2 assists, with Furo getting 1 as well. But Eduardo Fernandez, who came on as a sub, getting the goal. So Again, deserved victory. 61% possession, and that's because we've got some really, really good technical players in the team. So let's go to the tactics for the game against Panathinaikos. Can we do a 2 for 2? We just beat Panathinaikos by 2-1, and I think we really dominated the game. It was a late goal, a late wonder goal that put a bit of pressure on us, but I don't think we really need to change too much in and out of possession. Kalala has been excellent. Substitute-wise, is Kuna back fit? Yes, he is, so he will come onto the bench in place of... I'm going to go the young lad. The young lad there. So yeah, that is a team that we're going to play with. And as you can see, Kalala, his arrows are starting to go up the more and more he plays. 3 assists in 5 Premier League games he's had for us so far this season. So let's go. Can we beat Panathinaikos? Can we make it 2 wins out of 2 in the UEFA Champions League group stages? So the team sheets are out here. Panathinaikos, good side, good solid side. I think it's going to be a tough match again. As they lost their first match, we obviously won our first match. And we are underway here. Our second Champions League match, our second away Champions League match as well. Nearly 5 minutes gone. Santiago back to Natali. To Muzakitis. Lovely ball through looking for Kalala. Checks back. What can he do? He's in the penalty area. Still got it. Santiago. Silvestri. Back to Santiago. He's got to open it up wide. He eventually makes his way to Sangari. There's Rooney. Good ball, Furo. I think the flag's up. I think he is offside. He did look offside, although it was a fantastic finish. But he did look offside. As VAR will check. Yes, he was offside. He did look offside, to be fair. And it will stay at 0-0. Good run, but he just went that little bit too early. Stays 0-0. Football. Inside now. Perez couldn't quite get there. Giving the Dagenham Redbridge team midfield a bit of a run around there. It's Carroll. He's at the byline. He's still going, and that's a pull by Sangari, and that looks to be a penalty. And the referee has given a penalty here, an early penalty for Panathinaikos. Balestri will take as a shot, and he's tucked it away. And it's 2 goals in 2 games for him. And Panathinaikos take the lead here. Bit of a blow for the Daggers. And not the start that we wanted. Kalala wins the ball back now. 42 minutes gone. Long ball out to Furo. What can he do? Beats his man. There's a lot of bodies round him. There's no real support from the Dagenham Redbridge team, so he's got to go back to Muzakitis. Goes to Silvestri. Back to Muzakitis. To Kalala. He beats his man, and, well, is that in the penalty box? The referee has pointed to the spot. VAR will be checked here. And it is a penalty. Come on! It looked like it was just in the penalty area, and it will be a penalty kick. And will it be Muzakitis who's taken most of the other penalties so far this season? Muzakitis. Good time to score if he can get it in. And he has scored. Come on, 1-1 here away from home in Panathinaikos. 2 penalties. And it will be 1-1. A great time to score just before half time. Well tucked away from Muzakitis. And that is 1-1. And that is half time here in Panathinaikos. Actually I would say it's a very, very even match here. 2 penalty kicks have got us back in this game, have made it 1-1. Pelistri with the penalty after 8 minutes after pulling from Sangari, and then Kalala committing his defender right on the edge of the box, but it was deemed inside the penalty area to give us a penalty, and that was 1-1 as Muzakitis slips it home. But we've had most of the ball. Both teams have had 6 shots. We've had 2 on target. They've had the 1 penalty that they've scored, and an XG of 1.01 to 1.11. So it's a very, very even game, I would say, so far in this game. We obviously can improve, and I think how we are going to improve is by bringing on Fernandez at the moment, and we'll just go from there. Start this second half as Panathinaikos get us underway. We are now in the 67th minute here, and it's a ball forward, well picked up by Natali, and Kalala will pick it up now. Gives it to Furo. What can he do? Gives it away, but Muzakitis picks it up to Fernandez. Santiago, Fernandez. Sangari, and right back. Good ball to Muzakitis. Lovely ball to Kalala. Kalala could be in here! That's a fantastic finish by the youngster. Dagenham Redbridge lead. Blistering counter-attack. And it's the first Champions League goal for Kalala. Come through the academy of Dagenham Redbridge. Again, Muzakitis key in that central role. Lovely weighted pass. First touch from Kalala was great. Second touch is in the back of the net. And Dagenham and Redbridge lead here in Panathinaikos. It's 2-1 the Daggers. Ball through. And Panathinaikos just keeping a bit more possession again here. Inside it goes. Diarra. Ball to Pelistri. He's in the penalty area again. It's a fantastic finish by Pelistri. And that is 2-2. Good football again. Patient build up. Pelistri. Silvestri's tucked in. He's been drawn to the ball. And Pelestri's got that room. Great first touch. And a fine finish into the corner of the net. It's 2-2 here. Kalala has the ball now. 82 minutes gone. Muzakitis. Silvestri. Muzakitis gives the ball away and it's smacked forward. Natali wins it back. Santiago. Muzakitis. Santiago. Muzakitis again. Good football. Silvestri. Kalala. Youngster's got it again. Delivers a beautiful ball. And Fernandez! Winger to winger. Beautiful header by Fernandez. And Dagenham Redbridge take the lead for the second time in this match. Lovely football. Kalala and Silvestri combining. And then Kalala whips in a beautiful cross. And there's Fernandez up with another good header into the back of the net. And Dagenham Redbridge lead again in the 83rd minute. 3-2. And there it is. 3 minutes of injury time have come and gone. And Dagenham and Redbridge, we have done it again. 2 very, very tough away games. Well, 2 away games to start the Champions League campaign off, and 2 victories from Dagenham and Redbridge. Muzakitis, Kalala, and Fernandez. What a team this is. 3-2 victory. Pleased again here, after going a goal behind, coming back in it to make it, to getting ahead 2-1, then having that disappointment with Palestri scoring, but then late on getting another one. And after 2 matches, and everybody has played now, we currently sit in 6th place in the Champions League. There's going to be tougher tests ahead for us, absolutely, as both Panathinaikos and Ferenc have both lost their both games. So, good enough start for us, I would say. But you've still got, you can only beat who's in front of you. And we've got 2 wins from 2, scoring 5, conceding 3, and currently we're in 6th. 6 Champions League games to go. We're in 6th place. Excellent start to this Champions League campaign. Great start to the season. So I think we'll leave it here for this episode, and we'll probably be back. We'll go through the Manchester United. We'll go through the Aston Villa. We'll come back for Real Madrid. The Real Madrid Champions League game. We'll give an update on where we were for Villa and Manchester United, and we'll play our first ever Champions League match at the Victoria Road Stadium in front of a capacity crowd, which will no doubt be 11,250 fans. Interesting to see how many we took away with. For Panathinaikos, we only took 121 away fans with us. And in the first Champions League game, we took 546 fans with us in that one. So it'll be a packed stadium for the Real Madrid game, one that we can't wait for. So we will be returning for that game very, very soon. So thanks as always for joining us. We're sitting 6th in the Champions League group stage after 2 games, and we're currently sitting 4th in the Premier League after 5 league games. Sky's the limit for the Daggers. We'll see you in the next episode.